Wow, it's really hard for me to say this, but this is actually tied with Pokemon Leaf Green as the longest Kanto LP on my channel. Maybe if another Kanto remake comes out, then maybe that will be longer, but hey, it's whatever. Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the final part of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. And here we go. We're gonna rematch the Elite Four. Now, of course, beating the Elite Four once again will unlock a few things. The opportunity to challenge Pokemon Trainer Green and Pokemon Trainer Red once again. So, that will do for beating the Elite Four. Also, making the legendary birds respawn at their original locations if you fail to defeat them or fail to catch them the first time around. Welcome to the Pokemon League. Hey, fantastic timing. I was just thinking about how I like to battle you. I hope you're ready. I mean, yeah, I'm ready to utterly destroy you. God, I'm gonna feel so bad for destroying this thing, but that's what this game did to me. Alright, so Lorelei is going to start off with Dugong, level 61, Water Ice type with Aqua Jet, Ice Shard, Waterfall, and the things. Iron Tail. Buzzy Buzz will utterly destroy it. Like I said, I feel bad for that because in terms of the post game, I wanted to take care of the Master Trainers first and then rematch the Elite Four because I felt like the Elite Four would make an excellent finale, like once again. So it would do me very well if I just did this for the ending. I don't know, man. My thought process is weird. Anyway, Jinx, level 61, Ice Psychic type, with the Blizzard, the Lovely Kiss, the Psychic, and Shadow Ball. Damn, that was critical. I mean, the reason why I probably did so little in the Pokemon Trainer Red fight is definitely because it was going up against, like, really, just Pokemon with really high stats. Next up, we got Cloyster, level 61, Water Ice type, with Blizzard, Spike Cannon, Hydro Pump, and Poison Jab. So, yeah, that will basically reduce Spike Cannon and Poison Jab, thanks to the burn. Yeah, Slizzly Slide is basically guaranteed to burn. Yeah, it's definitely a move. An overpowered move, but still a move. Ah! That's neat. But thankfully, Gen 7 mechanics dictate that if you use a Fire-type move while you're frozen, then you can just break out of the freezing. So that's cool. So Slowbro, level 61, Water Psychic type, with a Psychic, Yawn, Surf, and Fire Blast. And yeah! That's how we do. That is how we do. I'm gonna feel bad if Eevee sweeps this entire thing. Actually, no, I don't feel bad. This is the post game. It's the point where I don't feel bad anymore. I already taken down Pokemon Trainer Red. So it would stand to reason that I just don't care. Since it's the post game. Plus, it's Pokemon Let's Go. I'm gonna abuse this whole thing proper. Lapras, level 62, Water Ice type, with Hydro Pump, Blizzard, Dragon Pulse, and Thunder. I'm gonna switch out just so that the drowsiness won't affect Charlie Jr. whatsoever. Alright, so give it the old Thunderbolt. Give it the Thunderbolt, chum. Hey! And now for her 6th Pokemon. And here's where things start to get shaken up a little bit. Sandslash, but not just any Sandslash. Alolan Sandslash. Level 61, Ice Steel type, with Ice Shard, Iron Tail, Earthquake, and Ice Punch. So yeah, each of the members of the Elite Four have Alolan form Pokemon. Which actually makes it a little bit more interesting. A little bit more enticing, if you will. So that's interesting. Very interesting. It's much like how in Fire Red and Leaf Green with the Elite Four rematches, how, you know, the Elite Four would use Johto Pokemon. So that's neat. It's really neat. Arrgh! How? Because I'm level 80. I'm level 80. I may have lost to you, but I'll never give up on my Ice-type Pokemon. You should aim to win using Pokemon you like best, too. Heck yeah. And I'll go with whatever I can take. Pokemon community. Yeah, I had to get in one last shot before the end. How will Eevee fare? Actually, no. I don't want Eevee to fare. Because it'll get utterly destroyed. No. So Hexstard, please. I could feel the intensity of your battle with Lorelei, even from here. Now it's time to show you the power of my fighting-type Pokemon, who I've been training just as hard as you've trained your team, surely. Hoo-ha! 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 Sometimes you just gotta go for style points. Hoo-ha! Onix, level 62, Rock Ground type with Iron Tail, Rock Slide, Stealth Rock, and Earthquake. I'm not worried. Surf. Golden rule of facing Rock and Ground type Pokemon. Surf. And or Grass type moves. There it is. Alright, let's see what you got now. Hitmonchan. Level 62. Fighting type with Ice Punch, Fire Punch, Feint, and Thunder Punch. Dazzling Gleam. Hey. Well, except it didn't actually KO the thing, so it didn't really work. Fairy types be damned. But I like to go over the specifics, though. Let's talk about specifics. But first, this next Pokemon. What you got? Golem. It's Alolan Golem, which is actually one of my favorite Alolan forms. It's 62 level 62, Rock Electric type with Thunder Punch, Rock Slide, Earthquake, and Superpower. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Alolan Golem is probably my favorite Alolan form, honestly. Because it's got like a cannon on its back. Plus, it's got an interesting type, and it's really cool. But unfortunately, it's still a Golem, so it doesn't really count for me. Poliwrath, level 62, Water Fighting type with Superpower, Waterfall, Body Slam, and Earthquake. But yeah, specifics. So, it stands to reason that with any given Pokemon title, this one would definitely be the easier of the bunch, right? Well, obviously, they had to make things a whole lot easier, so I can definitely understand why even the most hardcore fans would be pissed at this game's difficulty. Like, oh, it's so easy. Yeah, because there are easy ways, because the game legitimately makes things really, really easy for you. Just catching a whole lot of Pokemon makes grinding for experience relatively easy. Machamp, level 63, Fighting type with Earthquake, Superpower, Rock Slide, and Ice Punch. And the Pokeball Plus, as I've clearly discovered, is a tool that should be abused because it gives you so many rare candies if you play with it a lot. It gives you so many species candies as well. It's an utterly broken tool, and even if you play with it a lot, you get a whole lot of experience. You level up your Pokemon just like that if you spend a whole bunch of time with it. There are entire videos completely dedicated to sweeping the Elite Four with just one Pokemon. A Caterpie, a Metapod, just any Pokemon. So it definitely makes things a whole lot more interesting with content. And now easier than ever is shiny hunting too. Which even then, good luck trying to get a whole bunch of Pokemon to do that. But surprisingly, where the difficulty of Pokemon Let's Go comes from is the multiplayer. By the way, Hitmonlee level 62, fighting type with high jump kick, feint, rock slide, and poison jab. It's definitely an easier game whenever you really, in general, when you really come down to it. But I would have to go far as to say it's the post game is what makes it kind of difficult. Because think about it. Well, first, I have regrets. I have regrets. No. So my training is still lacking. Is that it? Go. Do not trouble yourself on my behalf. Continue to move forward. Agatha, how will you deal with my Dragonite? How will you deal? Ah, so you've come. It's not in my character to lose over and over. Give this battle everything you got. I unfortunately don't have the editing skills to put in JoJo Japanese kanji. Arbok, level 63. Poison type with Glare, Crunch, Poison Jab, and Earthquake. So yeah, Pokemon Let's Go is definitely an easier game in general. However, the post game is kind of what the difficulty comes from. Because of the fact that master trainers are everywhere and you have to rethink everything. Like, you have to spend a lot of your time just grinding and grinding and grinding until you can't grind anymore. Is kind of a weird thing to do. Gengar, her first Gengar is level 64. It goes Poison type, and it has Sucker Punch, Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam, and Sludge Bomb. So yeah, the post game is definitely more of a grind-happy experience. I mean, if you like that sort of thing, if you've been playing Pokemon basically all your life, you know for a fact that building a competitive team is kind of part of the experience, and you have to spend hours upon hours upon hours just trying to make sure that you get that perfect mon. And Pokemon Let's Go sort of just has the same thing. You get your Pokemon, you get the Pokemon into, you know, your capture combos. And by the way, her Alola Marowak is level 63, Fire Ghost type with Flare Blitz, Bone Meringue, Shadow Ball, and Rock Slide. So if you've been playing your Pokemon game all your life, you would definitely know that the grind for getting just the right Pokemon that you need is kind of a task all to itself. And I would argue that the same case kind of goes for here, actually. It's definitely the same case. Like, if you want to get that one Pokemon with really good stats and the appropriate nature, you would need the catch combo. Just to make it so that you would get the one Eevee or the one Bellsprout that you need. And there are master trainers for every single Pokemon. It's insane. Weezing, level 63, Poison type with Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, Fire Blast, and Thunder! It's definitely a grind. It's definitely a grind. And whether or not you're used to that is... like, whether or not you think it's a good or a bad thing just kind of depends on your experience. If you're used to the grind, then great. If you're not used to it, then it's going to be a really, really bad chore. Her second Gengar is level 63, Ghost Poison type, with Sucker Punch, Will-O-Wisp, Shadow Ball, and Sludge Bomb. I can definitely say without a doubt that there's absolutely no way I'm going to go through that pain of trying to get every single master trainer out there. Because A, since there's a master trainer for every single Pokemon known to man, it's gonna take you a while. Her last Pokemon, Golbat, level 63, Poison Flying type with Air Slash, Crunch, Leech Life, and Quick Attack. It's Since there are master trainers for every single Pokemon, you're going to be spending well over 100 hours on this game. And even then, you would need version-exclusive Pokemon. Just... it's a chore. Not bad. It's a chore. But what are you going to do? Small wonder that old-timers taken such an interest in you. Oak and I used to be good rivals, too, you know. Just like you and Trace. Well, what are you waiting for? Head on to the next room. I definitely will. Whether you choose to go for the Master Trainer grind or not, it's entirely up to you. I don't want to do it, but someone else might. So, yeah, Kaipi. I'm glad you come. The newly updated Pokemon League's reputation has really taken off. It's all thanks to you. I'd feel ashamed to call myself Lance the Dragon Trainer if I didn't challenge you to a battle. And there we go. Last guy. With actual 6 Pokemon and appropriately leveled dragons. That aren't dragons. Seadra, level 64, water type with Hydro Pump, Dragon Pulse, Hyper Beam, and Blizzard is first. And believe it or not, you're not going to believe one of his choices. Because I was like, why? Based on my reaction, you know how, you know, probably what Pokemon it's going to be. And at this point, it's probably safe to say that I won't be showing off Eevee Volley in this playthrough. So I'll have a link in the description to a video about it. Aerodactyl, level 64, rock flying type, with Rock Slide, Crunch, Hyper Beam, and Earthquake. The Buzzy Buzz means it's dead! Like, I think it all has to do with using Eevee as much as you can in battle. I think that's it, but otherwise it's just like random. Gyarados, level 64, water flying type with Waterfall, Iron Tail, Crunch, and Hyper Beam. I think it's pretty much safe to assume that all of his Pokemon know Hyper Beam at some point. And Pointless Critical, and I pretty much know that Gyarados is down. Jesus. Yep! Alolan Executor, level 64, Grass Dragon type. How is it a dragon? Dragon Pulse, Mega Drain, Hyper Beam, and Psychic. How is this thing a part dragon? Why does it exist? Seriously, you can't even see its face in battle. It's just like, how? I don't understand. I don't understand how this could possibly be allowed. Oh my god. It's amazing. It's utterly amazing. Raichu, level 81. Next up, Dragonite. Level 65. Dragon Flying type with Outrage, Fire Punch, Hyper Beam, and Iron Tail. I'm gonna go for the burn. I'm going for that burn. I want my Eevee to make amends. I want my Eevee to have its redemption arc right here. Even though the other Pokemon have worked really, really hard to get to this point. I just want that vindication, man. Eevee just needs that vindication to make it the very best. Eevee just needs that chance. Alright. So now one more Pokemon to go. And Eevee's probably not going to take care of him. Level 81. Dugtrio, level 81. Charizard. This could be a toughie. And the reason why I say it could be toughie is because this isn't just any ordinary Charizard. No. It's a Mega Charizard, but which one? It's Mega Charizard X. Finally, it's a dragon type, so Charizard can finally be that dragon type it deserves. Mega Charizard X, level 64, Fire Dragon type, with Flare Blitz, Dragon Pulse, Hyper Beam, and Thunder Punch. However, I have Outrage. Bye. Bye. Yeah, Mega Pokemon go down very easily. Why are people upset that they're cut out? Oh, wait, because they're useful. How could I be pushed to such a point? I mean, not to disgrace Megas or anything. Megas are great. But, defense, man. There's no way my Dragon Brigade is weak. What I'm saying is that your strength means that your strength is truly incredible, and that my dragons are weak. Now then, Charlie, you already know what's next, don't you? That's right, champion. Your final challenger awaits you on the stage of your final battle. I like how he has a Spider-Man outfit. I've been waiting for you, champion. I've been training every day to try to beat you, Charlie. And I'm not gonna lose today. Let's battle! You're gonna die. He starts with his Mega Pidgeot because, well, you always gotta send out your Mega Pokemon first, right? Level 66, normal flying type with Quick Attack, Heat Wave, Air Slash, and U-Turn. Once again, I like to stress this fact. Trace might be just a generic rival. In fact, he's probably like the weakest rival thus far. But why does he deserve this remix? He doesn't, like, why does he have this remix? It's like, this remix is absolutely amazing. And yet it belongs to the completely wrong person. Like, if it were me, I would definitely move this to, you know, Blue. I mean, it was originally his theme after all. And, you know, I use a full restore to cure Pidgeot. That's great too. But more importantly than that, like, I would definitely move this remix to Blue. And this should have been its own original song rather than just being, you know, the champion theme again. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is still a really great remix and all, but it just belongs to the wrong person, you know? Alright, so 1 down, 2 to go. And I'm definitely not going to get Eevee Volley this time around. Vileplume, level 66. Grass Poison type with Solar Beam, Reflect, Sludge Bomb, and Dazzling Gleam. Sizzly Slide. This is definitely Eevee's redemption arc right now. Because it's been shafted throughout all the important battles. And it's not. It's definitely not going to get its comeuppance. It was mainly because I absolutely refused to use its broken-ass moves. Absolutely refused. So because of that, Eevee ended up being a little more average than you would think. Like, given the fact that Double Edge was probably its best move. Marowak, level 66, ground type. Brick Break, Earthquake, the Thunder Punch, and the Fire Punch. So yeah, you can absolutely see the destructive power of these movesets right here, of these moves. Like, just be thankful I didn't go for, like, all of them, because, oh my god. Like, Sparkly Swirl would have cured any of my Pokemon from status conditions. Like, any one of them. Sappy Seed would have just attacked the opponent with full power, and also would have done a Leech Seed in the process. Bouncy Bubble would have just basically done a Mega Drain. You know how it is. I don't want to be overpowered for the main story. However, I do want to be overpowered for the postgame, because that's just simply the way it is. I want to show off everything. So that's just the reality of the situation. But it's like I said, I will give Trace this. He's the only trainer in Pokemon Let's Go to actually be smart. and carry around with him full restores. Swap out his Pokemon if necessary. So I'll definitely give him that. He's generic, but he's smart. Raichu. His partner, level 67. It's Electric type with Brick Break, Iron Tail, Quick Attack, and Thunder. Meanwhile, in Let's Go Pikachu, he would have Jolteon, level 67, Electric type, with Thunder, Quick Attack, Pin Missile, and Shadow Ball. Double Edge will kill it instantly. Like I said, instant. He's a good boy. Rapidash. It's level 66, Fire type, with Flare Blitz, Quick Attack, Poison Jab, and Drill Run. I'm going to be so thankful that I won't ever have to read off movesets ever again until Sword and Shield in 2020. Alright. So just keep on doing Double Edge, and that will basically do it. And, ooh, survive. 1 HP. 1 HP. And there's only Slowbro left. I don't want to use any items. I'm dead. Slowbro, level 66, Water Psychic type. And it has Psychic, Surf, Blizzard, and Light Screen. Alright. Fuzzy Buzz, take care of it. And hopefully you'll fully paralyze. Nah. You put up a valiant effort, Charlie Jr. You were very valiant indeed. However, my Dragonite will finish things off. In honor of Dweed, who has given up his life because he just wasn't going to cut it because of the sole fact that the Master Trainer battle didn't really go so well. Renette, the newest member, and the final Pokemon swapped will be able to take out the Slowbro. And all because of the outrage. As all things should be. Because Dragonite is awesome. I knew it! Battling with you is the most fun, Charlie. Yeah, great, buddy. So I'm just gonna let you be you. Man, you truly are something, but that doesn't mean I'm giving up. I'll keep taking the challenge to be the champion as many times as it takes. Charlie! Congratulations on another victory over the Pokémon League. Defending your seat as champion is certainly no easy feat. Such effort should be celebrated. Follow me. They just get right to the point right here. Congratulations, Charlie. This is where we record forever the Pokemon who have performed so admirably for their trainers here at the Pokemon League. This is the Hall of Fame. Being honored here is one of the greatest joys a Pokemon trainer may achieve. Charlie, you battled hard to become a Pokemon League champion. Let us record this great achievement of you and your Pokemon for all to remember. And so it is written that starting with Eevee, just Eevee, would eventually evolve into my Dugtrio, Alolan Dugtrio, my Alolan Raichu, the Dragonite, the Tauros, and the Starmie. See? You'll never know which team I might end up with. Even I don't know. I might go for something, I might go for another thing. But I have no more planned teams. Like, I would have gone with Dweed at the very end, but unfortunately I had to give him the shaft. Yeah. That's it. I would like for this Hall of Fame to continue going on, but I must move on. I must move on with my life. No credit sequence. Nothing of that. You just end up back here at the Pokemon League. There is Red. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, so cute. I love you. I love you so much. Here, have a golden berry. I don't care. Have a golden berry. I don't care. Yeah. And there's the green. So if you want to battle her, be my guest. Her team is essentially the same anyway. Well, at least let me check first. You know what? Let's utterly destroy her first. Ow! You were hit by a low-flying Pokeball. Drat, I couldn't catch you this time either. Well, never mind. Just show me how strong you've gotten. Alright then. I can show it off! And thus, with that explosion, I killed all of her Pokemon. With just Eevee. Ah, Jesus Christ! Wow, I think you're pretty strong already. Well, what do you say? Don't you think it's time you become one of my Pokemon? Along with Mewtwo, of course. Ah, God! Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, that's gonna go on. God, she's so mad. I'm not gonna give up, you know. I like green, man. And you don't get the Pokeballs. Of course you don't. Sad. But with all that said, and done, and that explosion, that's it. That is Pokemon Let's Go Eevee in a nutshell. It really goes to show that, like, me being a fan of the series and me liking every single game in the series, in the core series, like, I like this game too. Like, yeah, it's a Kanto remake, yeah. But I think it's a good one. I think it's a really good one. Like, okay, so my criticisms with the game are obviously, like, the Joy-Con aiming being, like, the absolute worst. Not really having much musical variety outside of the trainer battle theme, which you get to hear, like, 80% of the game. Just not being able to have all the features that you possibly can, you know, that's fair. That's very fair, but at its core, it's a Kanto remake. At its very, very core. And I can say without a doubt that I do like this game as a Kanto remake. If it's not Fire Red and Leaf Green, it's definitely Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, for it has great music, nice but simple visuals. It's just a nice, pleasant game to play. And so many of the things that make the game easier are just utterly broken for me, and I absolutely like it. Plus, this game's adorable, man. The whole partner Pokemon thing is just adorable. It's cute. It's really cute. This is a cute game. I mean, $60 is definitely asking a little bit too much, considering going forward that the series is now going to cost $60 rather than $40. It's definitely a lot. It's definitely a lot. I get it. But if there's enough here to justify the $60 price, then that's completely up to you. I mean, I got this game purely because I'm a fan of the series, and it's an impulse buy. It's an impulse. But now in this day and age, in September 2019, you can find it for a lower price. If you can look on Amazon or just follow the account Wario64 for that. So, yeah. Either way, as for what's next, which I'm gonna reveal in a second, it might take me a while, or I might try to keep up because, well, that's the thing, actually. That's the thing, because I'm posting this on September 12th, I believe. Like, close to mid-September, this should be coming out. I'm currently in the process of moving to a new house. Yes, the family and I are moving to a new house, which will be in October. First week of October, approximately. So there might not be any time for videos. I'm going to try my best to keep up. I'm definitely going to try my best. But, you know, just keep on my Twitter and possibly my YouTube for any updates on that. So, with all that said, Eevee will now say goodbye. I will see you all back here soon for what I have next. See you guys on the next time.